Boom, 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 boom. I don't know what I should be saving my money for right now. Because we don't want to make buildings. We have to settle at some point, I guess. Why is he 150 years old? Because he's a dwarf. He will not die on his own, he's immortal. Right, he can't die due to the death pulse, but he can die due to battles, sieges, and apparently there's an event at age 200 that will kill him. Immortal doesn't necessarily mean immortal, it just means that he's gonna live to an event. Check missions. Sure. We need to be allied with a remnant. Find an ally in the dark. Our capital has to have Dwarven Hold or Surface Hold. Any province producing gems, we gain some prestige. Any province producing gold, we gain yearly inflation. So we're gonna get those things just by moving around. So we probably do that, right? We like dig and we just migrate until we find gold or diamonds or something. Very dwarf-like. We want to find a hold to settle down in, right? We could be exploring right now instead of drilling. I'd rather just finish this war. I think we're gonna attack this guy immediately after. Just go to a hold. How do I know what a hold is? Is it these like things that are on the sides of the tunnel? Maybe? I mean, that seems kind of logical. The more squarish provinces are holds, so like get to this one perhaps. All right, so we've done the deal. So we're gonna full annex, which is gonna block us from migrating. It's a shame we can't get access to, oh hey, these are different. Own at least 5 provinces, embrace the Renaissance, have at least 4 different vassals at the same time, humiliate a rival. Like, power projection still has value, just like in vanilla, so it's a shame that I need to kill this guy. He's in our way. He's blocking us from migrating this way, right? You can't migrate past. So we have to kill him. So we conquest him, and then I think we should be able to do this purge warband decision. We're going to purge. This will destroy the province. Yes, gain prestige, military power, and diplo power. All right, yeah. I'm glad we did that. And we can migrate. I want to know what my cooldown is. There's nowhere that I can find that like shows it. We're migrating to Dwarf of Guard 3. Go. Okay, we found some new people. They should become possible rivals soon. It said in the tooltip, I don't read words. I mean, come on. Silver Forward Expedition has announced this is the rival. Are these, what are these? It's another adventurer. They are... I think these are dwarfs. It's another dwarven band, yeah. Another silver dwarf. So can you... can you purge the other dwarves? No. You cannot purge... It has... The culture of the province needs to be black orc or cave goblin. So the problem is that they are culture silver dwarf. We won't be able to purge them. But we can use them as a humiliate target, which sounds great. So let's rival them, and we can either show strength for 300 monarch points or get the humiliate for the splendor growth. So if we humiliate him, we are going to triple our splendor growth. And I'm just now realizing if we got adaptive combat terrain, I bet most of this terrain is the same. Dwarven Road, Dwarven Road, Dwarven Road. Wait, are we converting it into a road? No, it's just always roads. Surface Hold, Dwarven Road. So like, we can migrate into terrain. This would be really strong. So I think we probably value the splendor growth from a humiliate more than the 300 monarch points from a show strength. Another thought is that if we I was remembering when we played Migration. If you do development in a province, it does spawn, you can spawn an institution, but it obviously doesn't go with you. So I remember we did something with migration where we like, we were just chain migrating and then developing so that we increase the development in the whole area, right? I bet something like that might make sense before you settle. So that you're not just like, you don't want to pay 2 ducats a month to gain a 3 development province. You want to pay 2 ducats a month to gain like a 30 development province. So you dev push and then you migrate and then you colonize the previous province. And then that way you end up with, you know, good stuff. I think it might make sense still to do development, even though you're migrating. All right, so we need more troopies. We need to probably gain some power projection. I don't actually think we want to sacrifice prestige since it seems so valuable. Let's just do a regular insult. For power projection up a little bit. What kind of trade good did we find? Found wool here. Okay. Well, he's got a slightly larger army than me, but we have a 1-6. Arsa Depths. It's a cavern. Check dev map mode and in the Terra Incognita. Okay. Yeah, so the surface holds do have decent development, but there's nothing stopping you from developing the road. I don't want to just go fight these rebels. It's prestige. We've gained the forced migration, Casus Belli. Doesn't that mean they're migrating right now? So he's migrating into Terra Incognita. Let's attack him so he can't. The roads are quite expensive to develop. Local development cost +10. It's not that bad. Local development cost for the Arsa Depths is +80. The roads are actually quite cheap relative to that. Yeah, you can't migrate. We're gonna declare humiliate rival. Let's go. I think we can beat him. He has no friends. Let's see if we can trick him into going into our capital, like we did the other guy. So Scorched Earth. Yeah, it was odd though. It didn't really seem to work last time we fought. He has a 5-2. Fortunately for us, shock matters way more right now. Taking the bait like an idiot. We're out of manpower, so I think I'll convert some military points. We'll pull, well, our garrison's really small, but it's so easy to bait the AI into taking bad fights. Renaissance just spawned. You take Diplotech. Dwarven Administration gives us a penalty to this. We have a neighbor bonus. He already has Diplotech. Or somebody in our group does. I think one of these affects tech, right? No, it doesn't look like it. Affects idea costs. Being ahead of time on tech is pretty irrelevant. We don't make any trade income. I don't think we do it, actually. I don't see any value in taking this. I'm not going to build the buildings. I don't get any money from trade. Being ahead of time doesn't matter. I want to do development. There's just no point. Right? That's the logic I'm using right now. Extra battles equals extra prestige. We're gaining 5 prestige for each of these fights and army tradition, which is nice. Manpower recovery is pretty bad. I guess maybe we run manpower edict on our massive 1 base manpower so that we can have like 2 more troops a month. Totally worth it, right? I will leave behind these guys, and then we're gonna go here, and I'm gonna grab the king because I do want him to potentially die. Totally out of manpower. We're making some money. I don't actually think we care about running monarch points yet. Drill them, maybe? Drill. We could sack professionalism for manpower. Problem is that, wait, no, our max manpower is pretty good from our Dwarvar claimer. So perhaps we could convert military points into manpower at a pretty efficient rate, at a rate that makes sense. Native uprising. Ah, that was horrible. I just lost all these troops. Oh no. I made a mistake. I was trying to... His army died. I probably could have noticed that it died when he got ambushed. Is there an idea or something that we can take to get that last 50% native uprising chance? It'd be busted if we could. So my guess is that we can't. I'm trying to remember if it's like... It was a long time ago, it used to be an estate click. But we don't have estates. So I don't think we can. Prestige for sure. Prestige is doing great. So at best, it looks like we can get maybe 0.2 of this per month. I could buy this last little bit. Otherwise, we're waiting how long to get to 100? A long time. 140 months? It's like 11 plus years? I think we just spend the points to go to 100 now. Yeah, automatically discover adjacent when a colony is built. Global setup plus 25. Expansion plus exploration does have native uprising minus 50. So if we went exploration expansion, we could theoretically traverse the tunnels without triggering any native uprisings. Which does seem strong. But... need this war to end. So we're taking, I think we're taking Humiliate here. And at this point, I'm not sure if I want to keep stockpiling cash or what. Owning at least one mage tower will give the mage's estate more influence, I think is what that symbol is. So, I don't have estates though. I bet the reason we don't have estates is because we're an adventurer. As soon as we stop being an adventurer, we would get estates. I think we're migrating toward the square hold, yeah. So we're probably stockpiling cash so that as soon as we decide to actually settle, we can start building all the buildings. I feel like it's probably more valuable than the monarch points. Probably. Although it's kind of tricky because we can't even store more than 999 points. Normally as a Native American you can store a lot of monarch points because you're behind on institutions. I think that there's a main hold that has like 40 dev. This one's got 19, so this one's probably also about 19. We can see the it would take a long time to migrate all the way there. In the meantime, I guess we could be taking tech. Or just... I'm not against it, honestly. Like, just doing development along the road, if you're gonna colonize it eventually, it's not a bad option. Okay, so this guy, even though we could take 300 monarch points that we don't really need, we're going to take the Humiliate for Splendor because we want to try to get the adaptive combat terrain bonus. So we'll just take regular Humiliate plus Prestige. Well, at this point, prestige is actually kind of not as good as it used to be. Like, as long as we have enough prestige to maintain our adventurers thing, then I don't think we really care. Marmaduke is resubbed for 9 months in a row. Thank you so much. Welcome back, man. Happy baby day. So I think we take money. 8 ducats. I mean, 8 ducats is 8 ducats, right? Sure. Okay. Getting above 50 power projection would also be nice, but... Okay, migration cooldown. Captain's old age. Captain Jarman is a dwarf, and despite the stubbornness of his kind, must accept the fragility of life. Dwarves usually live up to 200 years, and soon it will be time for him to return to the earth. Life expectancy up to 200. Alright. Just let me know. That's just a good information event, I think. Is there not some way to see our migration cooldown? I don't like that it's just random. Or like you just have to wait for the alert. So we definitely don't want to be moving through these mine tunnel things without at least enough troops to engage a rebellion if it does fire. So I think we're just sitting for a bit. We probably should drill. It's very inexpensive to stay at full maintenance. Drill can turn into professionalism. This is interesting. Drilling with 0 stacks. There's an exploit type thing you can do. If you have all of your, like, if we somehow had like 60 infantry with 0 stacks, we could put them at 0 maintenance and then drill 400% of our force limit and gain like 4 professionalism a year. Doesn't it say on the modifier tab? No. Don't you have to pay and reinforce while drilling? If you set the army maintenance to 0, you still pay to drill, but they don't reinforce. Hey buddy, on your break? Okay. DMCA what? Okay, power projection's not quite there. We just need to wait till we can migrate, I guess. Might as well take Tech 4. I guess I am just taking Tech before the institution penalty starts to get bigger. Shame we're at 49. Interesting song. Is this from like a movie or other thing or something? Love the music? Yeah, this is not part of the mod pack. This is part of the mod, Anbennar. It looks like it might be the only unique song. Or maybe not. Yeah, there's just one unique song. That's cool.